Hey everybody, JC the Sniper here again with another review video, and this time I'm going to be reviewing this pair of Hatch flight gloves. And I've been wearing these all winter, doing some shooting, a little bit of run and gun type shooting, just shooting carbines and my M44, pistols, all that good stuff in this. So, yeah, done a good bit of shooting in them and other stuff, and I think I'm ready to talk a little bit about them and what I like about them. So, here we go on these Hatch gloves. First of all, I think these gloves are a really good value because, well, you can pick them up from between 20 and 30 bucks. I got this pair for 15 on sale. So I got a really good deal on them, but you can get them fairly cheap. They're not real expensive. They are leather and, of course, nomex, because this is a mil-spec flight glove. As you can see, this is a long cuffed glove here. And that's because it's intended to be put on and then the cuffs pulled up underneath your flight suit, which would protect you from, extreme heat in the case that you were flying your fighter jet or your helicopter and something caught on fire and you went down in a crash and somehow survived it. These are supposed to protect you from heat. And this nomex is like flame resistant up to like 2,000 degrees, so it'll protect you pretty well for that. So if you need something where you need to be protected from heat, these would be good. Of course, I don't need to be protected from heat, and I generally don't need this cuff. However, if you are in, say a snowy, windy environment, these cuffs are really nice because you can pull them up, and your jacket's here, and this provides a barrier to where you don't get, wind and the elements inside your clothing. So I kind of like that. And then when I don't need it, of course, I just roll it up like this. That's how I wear them most of the time. Then you just have a nice short length glove. One thing that I always look for in a glove is a good fit. And you can see here, there's no extra material on these fingers at all. No extra material. It fits real nice and tight. And that allows you the most dexterity. I get a lot of dexterity with these gloves. I can do just about anything with them on. I can operate my knives with them, just, pretty much as I do normally. And, oh, there's my clothes there. So, not quite as you do normally, but fairly close. And this is kind of a tricky knife to close with the auto locks thing and the liner lock, but I can get it even with these gloves on because they're, I still have good dexterity because they fit me so closely. So, if you get a glove that fits kind of like that and you got a whole bunch of material flopping around up here, you're not going to be able to feel your fingertips well, and you're not going to be able to do something like that. So, that's a good thing to have. Also, I can do something like loading a pistol mag with these. Generally, if you can load a pistol mag with a pair of gloves on, they fit you pretty well. And I can load pistol mags with these. I don't have a problem with it, so I like them. Also, well, along with the fit, part of that is because this is leather. And leather conforms to you a lot, really well. Leather tends to, you can see here how it's developed wrinkles where it's, it's been bending. And leather has a tendency to form to your body. And that's a good thing, because if it forms to your body, it's going to fit you better, and you're just going to have an easier time wearing it and getting good dexterity. One thing that will probably happen eventually is these seams will blow out because the edge of the leather and where the nomex meets is right around the edge. However, the main seams on this Hatch pair of gloves are double stitched, so that's a good thing. Double stitched all the way around this edge. Also, where the thumb meets the glove, which is also a lot of times a stress point, that's a single piece of leather with no seam in it that travels up the thumb and straight up here, so this isn't going to tear because there's no seam there. So I think that's good. All the thumb seams are double stitched down the edges here into the cuff, and then most of the finger seams are single stitched. So just around this fingers and places that generally get a lot of stress is it double stitched. But like I said, I've been wearing these for probably 6 months and they've held up really well. I mean, not a whole lot of wear on them, and I've been doing, you know, fairly rough stuff in them, and they formed to me well, and I've really liked them. One of the things you get with nomex is you do get pilling, just because that's the nature of the fabric. So got some pilling in there on this, and it will catch Velcro, so that's kind of inconvenient at times, especially with my Pro Mask bag. You guys may have seen that I do carry my EDC stuff in. You reach in there and it sticks, but you know, generally that's not a major issue. So you know, the construction of this glove is good. One thing that's not the greatest about leather is it holds water for a long time. So if this gets wet, it'll take a long time to dry. But I don't see that as a major issue, because I do like the way leather fits me, and also it lasts better than synthetic. So you get kind of a trade-off. Leather stays wet longer, maybe not quite as warm. Synthetic doesn't last as long. You don't get quite the conforming properties, I don't think, as you get with leather. So I prefer leather most of the time. So anyway, it's a well-constructed glove. You get good dexterity with it, you know, good gripping capability. Forms nicely to your hand, and this is a small pair. Generally I wear a size medium, and I wore a small in these. I tried on several different pairs, and the smalls seemed to fit me best, so that's what I went with. So I don't know if that's, you know, I don't know. They seem to fit differently. You know, it wasn't exact. Like some of the gloves, I tried on a couple pairs of smalls, and one of them was too small, and then this one fit real nicely. So, you know, maybe not the most exact sizing, and I don't know, maybe you'll find that they run properly with your hands, but I found that they ran a little bit large, so I stepped down to a small rather than doing a medium. Anyway, the Hatch flight glove, I think it's a good value. If you can get these for between 20 and 30 bucks, I'd go ahead and hit them up. Again, they're a standard mil-spec flight glove, and I think well constructed with decent materials, fit me well, and I get good dexterity with them. JC the Sniper, signing off.